died.
Yes.
When my mother was 6 years old when her mother died.
Yes.
She left. She died. She hemorrhaged to death. Childbirth. The baby born from that incident lived. So my grandfather was left with a newborn baby,
Mm-hmm.
a 1-year-old boy,
Mm-hmm.
a 2-year-old boy, a sister 4 or 5, my mother's 6, one other sister ahead of her,
Mm-hmm.
and the eldest was 16. So my grandfather didn't marry for a long time. Then he meets a woman who's the same age as the eldest daughter.
Trouble.
The kids were all put in private convent, girls. But the eldest wanted to stay home with Papa and take care of him. And she did. He marries a woman the same age as his oldest daughter. Clash. She hated his children. She alienated his children, my mother's brothers and sisters, from him. She was very evil, his new wife. So anyway, I don't know, she must have been terrible. I knew her, I liked her, I liked to brush her hair, it came to here, she had bright red hair. She was beautiful, white skin like this, and red hair, and blue eyes, and they twinkled. When she laughed, you wanted to hug her. She was wonderful, but devious. So, she marries him. His new wife separates him from his family. And I didn't know this till Mom never told us. You know, when someone does something bad in those days, they don't tell their children. Well, what he had, after Mom died, Phyllis says, look, and she brings down all this papers, and she tells me a story. Your grandfather had a black mistress. When my mother went to the funeral, my grandfather's funeral, she met brothers and sisters that she never knew she had. They're all black, because his mistress was a black woman. And he kept her in the country. And he would go overnight and out.
Wait, this is your grandfather?
Yes, yes. The wonderful, elegant grandfather.
His last name was what?
Soto.
So did they ever take his name?
Of course, their name is Soto. Their last name.
Well, when you have a mistress, they don't always take your last name.
I don't know if she had any children by the mistress, though.
No.
Oh, I thought you just said they had children with your grandfather.
My grandmother died when my mother was 6, leaving behind 6 or 7 children.
You were talking about the black family. Are those your
no.
half cousins?
I've never met them. My mother didn't know it.
Did your grandfather have an affair with a black woman?
For years and years.
And did he have kids by her?
Yes.
Okay.
See,
so you have cousins.
Yes. No. They would be aunts and uncles.
They'd be aunts and uncles, and then their kids would be cousins.
Yeah.
And did they take the name Soto?
I guess so. I don't know. I never met them.
Uh-huh.
My mother didn't know it until...
I understand.
My mother didn't know it until my grandfather died. And she met them at the funeral. And the pictures that I had of the funeral, everyone marching through Havana, there's a black women and his children, all grown, adults. That's the first my mother ever met them. She says they were very nice, and they were. But he had a mistress in the country, and she was black. She was probably beautiful, and he was in love with her. See, his wife pushed him away because of her greed, for power.
His first wife?
Yeah. No, his first wife died. See.
Oh, this happened with the
second wife.
Second wife. Okay, got it.
And he separated his children. She separated him from all of his family. And so he had a mistress. I don't know if she ever knew it. And if she did, she probably didn't care, because she was, Dr. Soto's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very prominent.
She had a boyfriend too.
He did?
She did.
No, she didn't though. No, she liked what she was getting.
Mm-hmm. Right, I understand.
Only she's driving around in a limousine with a chauffeur anytime, any place, things like that. It was only the very rich and the very poor. Men, still, same. in Cuba. But anyway, it's very interesting. God, I love it. And what happened, Phyllis gave all this stuff to Pammy instead of myself.
Mm-hmm.
She put it in a shed.
Yeah,
And it caught on fire. I tried for days and days trying to get the council, anything, to get records of the day my grandfather died, to get the printing matter. I never got.
what year was that?
He died in 1948.
Well,
And what was his full name?
Oscar Soto.
It was early in the year, very early in the year.
Yeah, it was winter.
And you said, guys, I wasn't filming before, you said he was the municipal advisor.
He was the secretary of the municipal administration
Uh-huh.
and the aide to the advisor to the president of
president.
Cuba. But there was about 3 different ones.
And what year was he the advisor to the president? What years?
What year was he advisor to?
What year was he in the role that you just described?
Many years, and I'm going to tell you what. You see, so maybe.
No, which years?
Yeah.
Not how many. Which years? Was it
Well,
19?
he died in 48, but he had already been retired a long time.
So was it the 30s?
That he died?
It was Baptista.
No, you just said he died in 1948. What years was he in the administration?
His whole career was
Well, he-
politics.
So what years was his career? Was it 1920?
It was through Baptista. That's the time.
Yes,
And
no, no,
Baptista
no.
was there twice.
Baptista.
Yeah, there was the good Baptista.
My grandfather
and,
was dead, long dead, when Baptista came into the picture.
No, Batista was president during the time. He
Yeah,
worked
he
for
was.
Batista.
No,
Yes, he did.
no, listen. He died in 1948.
Yeah.
Baptista took over Christmas Eve 1958.
That was
I
Cuba.
think that was Castro.
Castro.
Well,
Well, that's what we're
You meant-
talking about, Kat.
No,
No,
you're
but
talking
he
about-
worked under Batista, not Castro. Castro came later, but Batista was in power
Oh, excuse
twice.
me.
Yeah.
Baptista.
Batista.
Bautista. That's
With
what
a
they
T.
say. Bautista.
But he was there twice again.
Yeah.
Baptista.
He was under many presidents.
Well,
But and the thing that made me curious, you know, so I went to the history of Cuba. A president would be elected. 4 hours later, he was no president. Then they put another one. Then that will be maybe 5 days. Kick him out, and another one. It's crazy. It's crazy.
January 1st, 1959. So that was a New Year's
15
party that
minutes,
you were talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
That's-
Yes. And if you go to the history of Cuba and put
No, Batista we're talking about. The-
how you know I said
was
I
ousted
said
by
name
Castro.
all presidents from January 1st, 1900 to the present. I couldn't believe it. So when you asked me that,
So he was in office.
who Baptista?
Yeah, from 52 to 59 when he was ousted, but he was also
There you
in
go.
office. He was also the president from 40 to 44.
Yes.
And from 40 to 44, he was a nationalist president and very loved. And then when he came in the second time, he came in through a military coup.
Yes,
was wicked and,
yes.
and
Yeah, yeah.
feared and hated.
Yes.
And it was like
That's
Jekyll
the-
and Hyde is the story
Yes.
that I
and that's
understand.
the time that his
And he-
grandfather was in.
during his dark side.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Put name presidents from 1901 to the present. Cuba.
So there was from 44 to 52 is the period you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
44 to 52. And it was a different president, as you're saying, 44 to 52.
You got to do what I asked because you.
I'm going to.
Yeah, it's incredible. I thought, well, what kind of a country is this?
Well,
I've never known of a country that have presidents that.
Jamaica was.
yeah, the Jamaica.
Where
An
is
island.
Jamaica?
The-
No,
No, the
not Jamaica.
Doc,
Duvalier.
yeah.
Was that Jamaica or is that? No, it's what's the neighboring?
No. Dominican Island? Let me think.
The other side of Dominican Island is